And just one more thing. A hat! There. Now my little stallion is ready to face the cold. Gaku! Mom, we're off to Twilight.
Alright, have fun, sweetie. Motherly Scootaloo, Season 4. Yes, hello? Can I help? Hello, Sandy. It's been a long time, hasn't it? What? No words of welcome to an old... Ugh, you still hit hard. Even after all these years. What in Tartarus do you think you're doing here? Would you believe me if I said I only came to talk? 'Cause it is the truth.
We don't have shit to talk about, High Rise. How dare you show your face around here?
Look, I know I'm the last pony in Equestria you want to see, but there's something I need to talk with you about. If you'll let me say my piece, I'll promise I'll get out of your hair and you'll never see me again.
This is more than your no-good ass deserves, but fine.
What? No coffee or tea?
You're pushing your luck as it is, jackass.
Fine, I won't deny I deserve the hostile treatment. It's been, what, 15 years since we last saw each other?
It went too quickly if you ask me.
She's certainly grown into quite the mare, hasn't she?
Not that you even cared.
So I couldn't help but notice she was carrying a baby.
She takes after her mother a little too much.
So it's actually hers?
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Is there a point to you being here, or should I just kick you out now?
You're right. I really should get to the point. And that point is, I'm a screw-up. I'm a washed-out has-been who is basically pony trash. And to a degree, I at least finally realized that. I was a scumbag and just wanted to sleep around, and the moment responsibility reared its ugly head, I just ran away. And the very least I could do is at least give the ponies I hurt an apology.
Ugh, you're 7 years too late, High Rise. I was never the one you needed to apologize to.
Yeah, too little too late, I suppose. I only heard about what happened when I went searching for everyone I hurt. I'm not looking to jump back into my daughter's life at this point either. I've been gone too long for that. So, that was it, really. To just say, I'm sorry.
If a half-assed apology from a stallion I never wanted to see again is all you have to offer in being here, you should leave already.
You're right. I'll go ahead and see myself out. Oh, there was one thing before I go. I've slipped around quite a bit, but I didn't make it a habit of leaving a lot of kids around. I did, however, leave another one in Ponyville. I believe she's currently a schoolteacher here. I'm not clear on the details. Her mother wanted even less to do with me than you did. Do with that info what you will, though. Have a good life, Sandy. You won't be seeing me again.
Meanwhile, alright, Scootaloo, for the most part, these tests will be fairly straightforward. The first thing I'll need you to do is to reproduce the magic you summoned during the Hades attack so that I can see it for myself, and we'll study it from there. Don't worry about destroying the room either. I've magically sealed it to keep a damage to a minimum, and if anything should break, I can just repair it.
And I'll happily take care of Lightning, so no need to hold back either. I won't let a pebble touch him.
Well, I can certainly try. I had to get really angry to do it, though. Well, try putting yourself back into that state of mind. Remember what made you angry, and use that to channel your magic like you did before. Anything yet? I'm remembering Diamond Tiara's stupid face and everything awful she's ever said to me, but I'm not feeling anything.
Are you sure it was anger triggering the reaction?
I'm pretty sure. Both times I used it, it came from a place of anger.
Is it possible you can't use it now because Hades is in here?
I guess that makes sense.
Alright, let's instead start with what that power felt like. When you were summoning the power, was it coming from inside of you or an outside source?
You know, it didn't feel like it came from within me. It really felt like I was draining Hades of his power and then using it for myself.
Draining magic? Alright, if that's the nature of your power, I want you to try and drain magic from me then.
You sure?
I have plenty of magic, so it should be fine.
If you say so.
Still nothing?
I'm really trying, Twilight, I promise.
What would be different about Hades and me that would allow you to drain energy from him but not me? Hey Scoots, for the sake of variable testing, could you try and drain magic for me too?
Sure, I can try.
Huh? Well, that definitely worked.
The magic is different, but this is definitely how it felt when I absorbed power from Hades.
Interesting. So you can't draw magic from me, but you can draw it from Sunset. I wonder what the connection is. I'm still going over it in my head, but I have a possible theory. Hades comes from Tartarus, a place of existence separate from ours, which means him and his magic are not from Equestria. That magic Scootaloo is draining from me, that's the magic I acquired from across the mirror. Not my normal magic. It's magic not native to Equestria.
I see, so you're suggesting that Scootaloo can drain magic that comes from different dimensions?
Exactly. Or that's the theory, at least.
But why, though? I haven't done anything that should make this possible.
Well, that's what science is for.
We'll get to the bottom of this for sure.
We've at least got a starting point now, and that'll help a lot.
Oh, he's even cuter in his winter gear.
Gaku!
It'll take us a while to go through the results, but we'll contact you when we figure something out. You can make your way home, right?
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Hey, you, come here.
Huh?
Cute kid you got there.
I'm not supposed to talk to you, and you know that.
Oh, come on, I'm not hurting anyone. I know I'm a criminal, but what am I going to do while under the ever-watchful eye of Overlord Twilight Sparkle?
She's not it's a figure of speech. You're a figure of speech.
Smooth comeback.
Look, I'm trying to head home. Do you have a reason for stopping me?
I do, actually. Something weird is going on with that Twilight. Is trying to figure out. Right? Well, what if I told you that I could figure it out in half the time it takes her?
I'd say you're full of bad word, and I'm not gonna say it in front of my baby.
Well, I have to commend your ability to reserve than your profanity, then. Meanwhile, is that something we should worry about? I don't think I've seen this kind of thing before. Yeah, it is a big interdimensional event making itself visible. They rarely affect anything on our end. It's just flashy. Oh, well, it is very pretty. I'll have Discord double check the dimensional barrier, just to be safe. I'm telling the truth, though. Twilight's study of magic pertains to the safety and confines of what is allowed by Princess Celestia and the Canterlot Archives. But there's so much more magic out there that she hasn't even begun to tap into yet. I have, though. I've used spells that Twilight could only dream of. Do you know that when we fought in a magic duel that she lost to me, right?
Twilight beat you. Everyone knows that. Everyone's heard that story Twilight told them. All I wanted to do was destroy Twilight's friendships so she could understand what it was like to be me. But she showed me what doing so meant. Destroying her friendships meant destroying Equestria, and I never wanted that, so I surrendered. So instead of trying to destroy Equestria, I focused on trying to destroy her, and I would have if it hadn't been for her demigod friends stepping in and ruining everything. You're not exactly endearing your cause to me. My point is, I'm better than Twilight, and I can prove it to you, and I'll have helped you figure out what's going on. And what would I have to do for you in return, huh? Try and help you escape? Fat chance. Nothing like that. I already told you what I want. I simply want to prove that I am better at Twilight than her own game. No escape plans, no using my magic, just brain against brain. And you'll get the help you're looking for in the process. It's win-win. So, let me get this straight. All you want to do is try and guess what's going on with me, and if you get it right before Twilight and Sunset can figure it out, you'll be satisfied.
That's right.
And you won't need me to somehow get you out of your cell or unlock your horn to do it?
If I'm lying, may Celestia strike me down.
I don't get it. Why would you want to do that for me?
I'm not a monster or an even villain, Scootaloo. I don't have some grand scheme to destroy Equestria. If anything, I want to protect it. The only person I've ever wanted to hurt is Twilight Sparkle, and that was because she got in the way of my ambitions and dreams. I genuinely want to help you, out of the goodness of my heart, because helping Equestria is what I want. And if I can do that for even one of the citizens, then I'll be happy.
Okay, fine, I'll bite. I've got nothing to lose by letting you try.
I'm glad we could see things eye to eye. Now tell me everything you know about what's going on with you. One explanation later. Draining magic from other dimensions?
That's where they were before I left, so yeah.
Well, I give them credit. That's better than I was expecting of them. However, I'm pretty sure I actually know what's going on with you.
Oh, really?
You doubt me?
I'm not actually expecting you to outthink the two smartest ponies I know.
Well, I can tell you where they've already failed. They're addressing the symptoms of what is going on with you, not the cause of it.
Oh?
I've spent a lot of time researching a very specific topic, Scootaloo, and I'm certain this falls under my studies. Tell me, what do you know about alternate dimensions?
Enough to know there are Equestrias where things happen differently at key events in their pasts and change the future. Heck, I've met alternate versions of myself when the border was more casual between dimensions before Discord seared them off.
That makes things easier then. Now let me ask you this. Could you pinpoint that when that history changed for that dimension?
How would I know that? Alternate dimensions come from even just one event changing, right? So it could be as small as a leaf landing in a different spot.
Not quite. Through extinctive research, I've confirmed that a leaf landing in the wrong spot or anything equally insignificant does not cause an alternate dimension. It has to be a significant event. A change that could alter a pony's destiny. Like, for instance, having a child in one dimension, but not the other.
Wait, you're saying I'm the cause of our timeline being this way?
Maybe not all of the changes, but at least the cause of where we are currently in time.
How does that make any sense? And why would that give me dimensional draining powers?
Do you think that alternate timelines just happen? That they appear out of nowhere? Just like with anything else in this world, it involves magic. When the timeline changes, it creates a new branch while things diverge. Both branches will continue forward, but the new one will initially be unstable. So how does it become stable? By drawing in the magic surrounding
either to stabilize itself until it can stand on its own. And what would be the best point in that dimension to draw magic to for stabilization? It wouldn't be any other point than the point that caused the change, the pillar of the entire dimension. If it crumbled, then the entire dimension would crumble with it. So wait, you're telling me that at some point I became the pillar of this entire dimension, and that because of that, I can drain magic from other dimensions?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
You don't have any evidence to back that up. You're just making things up. I've never heard of anything like that before.
You really think so little of my deductions, Scootaloo? Answer me this. How often do normal ponies encounter magic from other dimensions? Then, how often are they the pillar point of that dimension? And then, what would make them think to even try to absorb magic from that other dimension? With how rarely this happens and how scarce the research on it is, do you really think you've heard about it by now? Everything I've been told you is the truth based on my own conclusions, and I guarantee it's only a matter of time before Twilight says the same thing.
So, let's just say for a moment that I actually believe you, which right now I'm having a hard time doing. I just have to live with having magic draining powers forever?
No, certainly not. You're only going to have this power long enough to stabilize the dimension. Once everything's picture perfect and stable, you'll be the pillar point, but you won't be able to drain magic anymore. It's just simply a matter of time.
So that's just it then. I can drain magic for now and it'll go away on its own?
That's exactly right.
Well, I'd say I've given you a chance to say what you think. Whether you're right or not, we'll just have to wait and see what Twilight and Sunset say. Until that happens, I'm heading home.
Oh, but of course, have a safe trip home. She's a good kid. I almost feel bad for using her like this. Almost.